Doing these 4 things will make sure that you're the apprentice that everybody wants, and it'll get you paid faster than anyone else. I recently did a video on how much apprentice electricians make, and in that I included how much I made as a third-year student, and it was incredibly above average. Now, I had a lot of people reach out and ask me just how I did that. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 4 things that I made sure that I did that allowed me to reach that portion of my career much sooner where I was getting paid well. Comment down below the apprentice advice you wish you had had, even if it was just a year ago, what you wish you had known walking into it. Let us know in the comments and you might get featured with a shout out. The number 1 thing is being responsible. This sounds horrific and you're like, okay, dude, but how is that really going to get me paid? It's going to get you paid because if you show that you are responsible, then they know that they can trust you. Trust is the name of the game, especially when it comes to getting paid. If they know not only that you can do the work, but that you're going to show up on time, you're going to represent the company well, and everything in between, then they are going to be more willing to put money in your pocket because of the professional aspect that you bring. You have to realize that these companies, they see a lot of 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds who walk onto a job site and they don't want to work. They're not responsible. They don't really own their stuff. That's what responsibility is. It's owning whatever it is that you're doing. That means if you make a mistake, not just pretending like it didn't happen. It means going to a journeyman, going to whoever your supervisor is, telling them, saying, hey, how do I fix this? Or, hey, I messed this up. And you own whatever it is. You own even the negative stuff because you will mess up. It's part of the game. But aside from that, showing up on time, having all your tools being ready, having the proper PPE, that means wearing your hard hat when you're supposed to, wearing your safety glasses when you're supposed to. I know we all hate it. Wearing high vis, all of that stuff. The less trouble you cause for the people above you, the quicker you are to show them that you can be trusted to do these things on your own. There's a place in the Bible where Jesus says, whoever can be trusted with little can be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with little will be dishonest with much. And you have to know that even as an apprentice, even though you might not have a lot of responsibility now, if you hold on and you're responsible and you're faithful with it now, then your employers will see that. And if you apply yourself to it, they will be willing to pay you more. And people will want you on their job site so much more often. If you treat that job site like it's yours, then one day it will be. That is how this works. If you show yourself to be responsible, if you show yourself to be ethical, all of those things, then one day that will be rewarded and it'll pay off because your employers look at those things and they see it. And you'll be the one running work and getting paid well. The number 2 thing is being able to work with people. Now, I know this doesn't sound like actual electrical work. However, anything you do, you're going to end up working with others. And if you want to lead a crew one day, you're going to have to work well with others. That means that you have to be pleasant and you have to enjoy being around these people, even people who are difficult to deal with. Because if you are not able to get along with people, then the people above you will never put you in charge of others. You have to be able to deal with and work in a team and listen to other people and see what they're saying and not get in a fight, because if you do, that just creates this friction and nobody likes to work in those environments. Especially when you're young, you have to be the person that people like, because that is the only way that the older folks are going to listen to you. I had journeymen on my job sites when I was very young and they were much older than me. However, I knew the site, I knew all the plans, and the only reason that they were willing to listen to me about what I wanted done and what I needed done is because I went and I worked on their job sites and I was incredibly pleasant. So when it came time for them to help me, they were willing to, and we were laughing the whole time, having a good time, getting a bunch of stuff done. And it worked because we got along and I dealt well with people. That's why I was able to run a crew so quickly, is because I had that relationship with them and we'd worked together before and it went well and it was pleasant. Number 3, we're going to get into the section that is actually about the work itself. And the third one is to be competent. This means that you are actually able to do the work. That means that you're going to know your materials. That means you're going to know your formulas. It's not just breezing through school, being like, I'm done, I passed the test, whatever. It means you truly apply yourself and you go so you can do the best job that you can and know as much as early as possible. This is something that I see a lot in people who are on YouTube looking at videos. You tend to be the people who are actually applying yourselves and trying to learn. And so I see a lot of the people who are like that and who are on YouTube looking for stuff are the ones who are doing well in the field. This is the portion where you really just apply yourself to it and learn as much as you possibly can. Pick up the things from your journeyman, watch everything they do, get your work done, yes, but make sure you're learning as you go along. And so that next time, if you see your journeyman do it one time by himself, you should eventually be able to do that by yourself very quickly. Hopefully it only takes you seeing it one time to really learn how to do it. And then from there, trying to map it out in your head. And that way, next time you run into that problem, you're able to do it on your own, and they can trust you to know how to do the work on your own by yourself in another area. And then from there, eventually they'll let you go and you'll be on your own completely. And that is where the money comes from, because if you're making them money, then you are going to be making more money. And the fourth thing is think for yourself. Be a problem solver. There is no such thing as the perfect electrical project. I have never in my life seen a project go completely smoothly. It just doesn't happen, okay? Especially in existing buildings where there's already stuff up, or if you're in new buildings, having your pathway blocked, all kinds of different stuff. You really just have to be able to adapt, and so that small little things don't set you back, not only in your time, but in your attitude. Just keep it right and keep moving. Just get the job done. So if your boss or your supervisor or your journeyman leaves you in an area and tells you what to do and he goes away, if you run into a problem, it means think about it, figure out a solution to it, and solve the problem on your own, or at least try before you go reach out for help. And then next time, if you see how your journeyman solves that issue, you can solve it on your own and apply those tactics to any other problems that you have, because this is one of the biggest things. Work never goes smoothly, okay? There's always some sort of hiccup. There's always some sort of flaw in something. Just think and adapt. If it's something that's dangerous, don't do it. If you're unsure, don't do it. But especially after your first year, when you start getting into your second, third, fourth year, you want to be able to adapt to any situation, because you don't just get your journeyman license and then all of a sudden everything clicks. It's a step up, and you want to start solving those issues now. That will make you a very valuable asset, and it's one of my favorite parts of electrical work as well. I love problem solving. I love trying to figure out how to fit the puzzle together. Doing those four things is really what helped me catapult my career, and I went from making $15 an hour my first year to making $30 by my third year, because I applied myself and I was running work by my third year. I was making the company money, and in return, they were paying me. Now, one of the ways to become more competent is to learn electrical theory. And so if you want to learn about ampacity and wire sizes, go watch this video up here. Or if you want to know about my journey as an apprentice, how I went from $15 to $30 an hour, go ahead, head up here and watch this video up here. Thank you guys. Remember, it's all for His glory. I'll see you guys on the next one.